Spring 14th. Nothing that important happened today. Alright, Spring 15th. Whoop. Oh, suplexer! Alright, so Basil only shows up during the warmer parts of the season. He's another character that we need to get his affection up, but only up to a certain point before he leaves. Okay, great. Alright, this is what I needed to raise Duke's affection for. Door to Heaven special item. So next we need to raise the Harvest Sprites affection rating until I can get a certain dialogue box from them. 16th of Spring. Alright, horse race tomorrow. We didn't get an invitation to join because Hill isn't old enough yet. Okay, got a good amount of money for tomorrow. Oh geez, I missed some spots. Oh, it's running suboptimal. Okay, Spring 17th, which makes it the day of the race. Most important thing to do is make sure the crops are watered before I go to the square, because they should end as soon as I leave. Oh. Okay, I don't really have that much time. I'll just let them sit there and ship them tomorrow. Okay, since it's taking a lot longer to get Maria's affection up than I thought, we're just gonna cheat and start using the Harvest Goddess. Alright, hopefully I made it in time for the first race, because we can gamble on them. Alright. So we want to leave some on the less likely ones because they give higher bets, and just spread it out so you can get something every single time you win. And the thing is, we're going to cheat. Because there's a glitch that we can exploit here. Alright. Alright, 30, 25. Because if you hit B to back out and don't go back into that menu, it won't take the money from you, but it will still have the bet on the horses that you placed. So you still want to do your standard festival stuff of talking to everyone to get affection rating up as high as you can. They keep on messing up and using the wrong Yor. That should be Y-O-U-R, not the Yor with the apostrophe. Oh, I was too late for the first race. Ah, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not too worried about it. I really love the blue horse up there at the top. Like, maybe it was supposed to be a white horse, but is clearly blue. Alright, we got a good amount of medals from that one. More gambling. Although, is it really gambling if you can't lose anything from it? Alright, be sure to hit the B button, not accept. Alright, third race. Okay. Alright, we already talked to everyone, so as much affection I can get from that. Well, actually, I don't think I talked to the mayor yet. Alright, it would have been nice if we got 500 for that sustaining carrot for the fall race. But even if I did show up for the first one, I probably still wouldn't have enough medals for it. But we get at least a few. So this event turned out okay, I'd say. Alright, Spring 18th. Alright, we go out here, and there's someone collapsed out in front saying he's hungry. Luckily, I remembered this and made sure to grab something for him to eat. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have this, but we're going to give it to them. You don't super miss anything if you don't do that, but it does give you a nice affection bonus for Cliff if you do it. And we have a whole bunch of stuff to toss in the shipping bin. So I mentioned earlier that you can raise affection using the Harvest Goddess by tossing in a crop that you grew. And I wanted to use it to increase love, which increases the affection of the girl you have the highest affection rating with. And I went, I wonder exactly how much does it increase by. I better crunch my numbers. And it's 1 point. It increases it by 1 point every single time. I mean, it's still there. You can still give an additional gift, so you can have a little bit more affection from it, but it's only 1 point. Alright, the various villagers will sometimes drop by if you get their affection rating high enough to give you some kind of gift. So at least we know we're going in the right direction. Spring 19th. Alright, the Flower Festival is the last festival of spring. Like I said, we have to go down to the festival square in order to vote for one of the bachelorettes. You need to vote for someone who you are not actively trying to raise their affection rating. Because that one is going to dance with the Harvest King, unless you are the Harvest King, in which case you want to vote for her. Okay, so we actually got a decent amount of money now, so it's time to start investing in some livestock. We need grass before we can get cows, but we can buy a chicken. Alright. We'll also need feed in order to feed the chicken. You can keep chickens outside and they won't, and they'll just feed themselves. But that takes a little bit too much time, a little bit too much work than I have room for right now. Oh great, okay, we finally got our affection rating up to above 50. Only 150 more to go and need to get it done by the end of summer. Alright, up over here in town square is the voting box. Let's see, we want Maria to be free, so let's vote for Papuri. Alright, we got our chicken here. And I like to name them just to keep track of them. Alright, so here's a chicken coop. Any new chickens you'll get will be in here. We need to feed them by using the feed on the right box. If you just put them in any random box, they won't eat from it because I don't know why. But we'll need to check here every single morning for feeding and picking up any eggs. Spring 20th, and since we have chickens, they'll start calling every morning, even though that's supposed to be roosters. Kent likes animals, and he'll come visit you whenever you get a new animal. So Uno's already laid her first egg. Instead of shipping it, we'll put it right there so we can start getting a new chicken grown. And with that, we've actually got one of the first qualifications for the party picture done. Have at least one healthy adult chicken. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got Rex's affection high enough that he'll fix the music box now. It's really good because now we can give it as a gift. Alright, definitely give it to Maria so it gives a nice affection bonus. Alright, you check my notes. Okay, so the music box gives +6 affection, but it counts as both the conversation and the gift. So next time I will have to give her the gift first and then talk to her, and hopefully they'll be able to stack up. Well, what do I mean by next time? well, you don't have a music box in your inventory at all. And the game doesn't actually see if you got in the music box before. So if you just dig in that same spot again, you'll get infinite music boxes. And you can have Rick fix one every single day except for in winter. Alright. We got our first tool upgrade, upgrading the water can to silver can. This means that instead of having to do each tile one at a time, I can do a row of 3 at a time by charging it up first. Spring 21st. Here you can see that it takes a moment before it charges up, and then it does a 1x3 row right in front of you. 22nd of spring. Alright, another harvest day. The reason I'm growing so many turnips is because I want to try to grow at least 100 before the end of spring. If I was going just for the amount of money they bring in, I would go with potatoes since they're a little bit more efficient with cost per time. All the villagers give a recipe for giving them either an egg or some milk. Egg is a lot more cost effective, so you're better off doing that. Okay, I now have the means with which to upgrade every single tool to max. The only problem is that fatigue is going to go through the roof, but I have a few medicinal herbs. So I'll be back in 20 to 30 minutes when I have everything maxed out. See you then. Grinding. I did it. I got all the tools to gold. And it didn't take me half an hour. It took me like 3 hours. It's 3 in the morning. I'm going to bed. I have work in the morning. I lost control of my life.